Hello guys, it's Adele here with weekly trading ideas video for this week starting today, the 9th of January 2023. The first trading idea that I like to comment on is on the ES, which is futures for Standards and Poor's Index 500. So this is the symbol. We are looking at a 30-minute chart, and as you can see, there's been a rotation on the ES in the last couple of days. Now currently the price broke out of this range. Could still go back, but right now is moving above that range, and I think we can start trading the trend setup which has just formed in here, in this strong buying activity which broke through that range. So if I use the volume profile over this trend area from Friday, then it shows a very significant volume cluster in here. This is a place where the price was actually going through that resistance, which marked that price channel the ES was moving in the last couple of days. So the price broke past that channel, and those heavy volumes were traded at the place of that breakout. Now this is an important zone because buyers who pushed through were adding massively to their long positions in here, right? And they're likely to defend this place in the future because they placed a lot of their longs here, right? So that's why I think this should work as a strong day trading support. It is at 38.94, and when the price makes it back to this support at some point in the future, then it is likely that the price will bounce off this support because buyers from here should become active again and defend this support. Now, if you look in here, the price reacted to this area very nicely in the past, which means that this worked as a resistance, as I was saying, right? Now, a breached resistance becomes a support. This is a price action setup which I like to use as a combo with my volume profile setups, like the one I showed you in here, the trend setup, right? So what I like about this one, about this support, is that it is actually a combo of two trading setups. One is based on volumes and one is based on price action, right? So what we need to do now is just wait for the pullback until the price reaches the 38.94 level, and then if there is no upcoming macro news, then we can trade longs from there. All right, so that's about the ES. And the next trading idea that I'd like to show you is on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. So let's check it out. So now the chart shows the Canadian dollar Swiss franc, and what I want to talk about in here is this rejection of lower prices. Rejection is when price goes one way, then suddenly turns and goes aggressively the other way. As you can see in here, the aggressivity was very strong. Aggressive buyers were strongly manipulating the price to go upwards. And if you use volume profile over this whole rejection area, then it will reveal that massive volumes were traded in here before the price turned from sell-off into aggressive buying activity. So this zone, this heavy volume zone, is very important because it is telling us that buyers were active here, right? This is the beginning of that heavy volume zone. And when the price retraces back to this heavy volume zone at some point in the future, then it is likely that there'll be a reaction to those volumes, right? Those guys who defended the lower prices before should become active again when the price reaches this zone again, and they should push the price upwards. That's why this should work as a support. All right, so this is a setup which I call the rejection setup. What you need to see to trade this rejection setup is a strong rejection and a significant volume cluster around the place where the price turned from selling activity into buying activity. All right, so that's the strong support on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. it is at 0.6868. Now let me switch over to another chart, and it will be the Euro Canadian dollar. So what I want to talk about in here is a resistance. Now we are looking at 30-minute chart, and this resistance 1.4422. This is what I want to talk about. If I use volume profile over this area, I'm interested in this rotation area, right? Then it shows heavy volume zone in here. Also, let me show you one more thing. This heavy volume zone. This little rotation right before the start of this aggressive selling activity. So it's not only this huge heavy volume zone from this whole rotation, but also it's about those volumes from this little rotation before the strong sell started. If I was trading based on just this rotation, then the resistance would be in here. And the reason is this is the beginning of that heavy volume zone, right? But what I'm more inclined to trade is from this heavy volume cluster which formed right before the sell-off. All right, this is always very important, the heavy volumes right before the trend activity. So that's why the resistance I have is at the beginning of this volume zone, right? They're close, so they sort of complement each other, but for me to pick exact level, it would be this. All right, 1.4422. This points the place where sellers were adding to their short positions before pushing the price downwards. So this is an important zone for sellers, and when the price makes a pullback to this zone at some point in the future, then those sellers are likely to defend this place and push the price downwards from there again, right? So this is a strong day trading resistance. And the setup which I used here is called the volume accumulation setup, because we have heavy volumes accumulated within a rotation and then a trend, and that's basically at the core of the volume accumulation setup. All right, so this is the logic behind this resistance. What we need to do now is just wait for the pullback and take it from there. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about trading with volume profile, and if you would like to trade alongside me every day, then I recommend visiting my website. So this is the website. It is trader-dale.com, and if you click this banner which says browse courses, then it will take you to this page where you can browse my courses. There are essentially two courses. One is focused on volume profile trading. The course is called the Elite Pack, and the other one is focuses on teaching you how to trade with order flow. Both packs provide everything that you need, which means education, video courses, support, indicators. So check out the videos which you have on the site. They'll show you exactly what you are getting. If you are interested in getting both, you can get them for a discounted price in here. All right. So that's for some further education and indicators. And now, before I wrap this video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest was Flexible Volume Profile Indicator for MetaTrader 4 platform. And right now on your screen, you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner. And what I'll do is I'll do another contest for the next week. And the only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video that I'll upload on YouTube. And next week, I'll randomly pick one person to win my volume profile indicator. All right. So that's about that. That's about the contest. And that's also to wrap up this video. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time in some next video, or if you decide to join one of our courses, then I'll see you in the members area. So see you next time, and until then, happy trading.